Just give us a sec. Oh, it just hatched. Cool. Alright. We are back. We are professional. And we are everything else in between. Alright. While we wait for people to come in, let's just get everything ready, baby. Alright. We definitely need more of this. And we will need more of that. Today's plans is that I'm going to tonight we're just going to work more on the road. So that'll be like the main idea of what we're doing today. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Hold up, we need to get rid of this for sure. Alright, just give me a sec. Hope you guys are doing really well today. The video will be worked on more tomorrow, and immediately after this stream is over, it will go directly to YouTube. And yeah, that's what is going to happen. There's a lot of things going to be happening today because we have a lot of things to do. But you know, we'll have some fun and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's go mine a little bit. Oh, I feel very proud of myself, but I took, you know, like on your jeans sometimes, like if you put like a certain kind of like metal chain on your jeans, for example, just for style or anything like that. But okay, oh, let me fix that. My doll horse fell down. But anywho, no, I took one of my chains and I converted it into a how do you say, into a necklace, and I'm wearing it right now actually, and it feels very nice. I thought it was going to be like very tight, but no, it isn't actually. So yeah. By the way, am I too loud? Mic check. Looks like we're doing okay. But yeah. I was mainly out like around like 1 my time all the way until like 4, and I had like a lot of time to like just chill and relax. So tonight it's going to be a mix of working and also just relaxing. So yeah, that's what tonight's mainly going to be. So, and we're going to continue with our big road initiative. So we're going to try to carve out more of this, and then we're going to carve out more of this. So yeah. There we go. What on earth is that noise? It sounds like something rolling or whatever. Alright. But anywho, how are you guys? How's everyone been? I've just been like great, matter of fact. Nothing really to complain about. I'm just like vibing. We have off-brand soda here. Mmm. Off-brand soda. And yeah, no, I've just been good. You may have noticed that pre-rolled pre-roll ads are off, and they are. I was thinking about it last night and was talking to how do you say, some people, like people I know personally, and they were like, "Yeah, no, everything was good. It's just those damn ads." And like I decided to cut back a little bit when it comes to like ads. Nobody likes to see ads, including me, of course. And I decided to take off how you say, take off the pre-roll ads. And I also decided to, like, originally I had ads running for like 3 minutes, and then like I decided, you know what, let's tweak this a little bit, so it's just going to be 2 minutes. 2 minutes of ads. And yeah, no, I was thinking about it and was like, oh, it wouldn't be so it wouldn't be so good for like people who might come in and then they have to like sit there for 3 minutes of ads and then just like, have that going, And I was like, yeah, let's just cut down a little bit on this. I would love people to subscribe, but the only way around it is if you have, if you can subscribe or get gifted a sub or even use your Amazon Prime. But I'm not like going to promote that as much. But I would appreciate it. But, just decided to do that. Just 2 minutes of ads. And it runs for at least like 48 minutes or something. Like until like the next ad comes up. So, yeah. That was the decision. But anywho, yeah. Perfect. This is just going excellent. Here, let's just put this stuff away up here. My plan is to expand a little bit more this way, and then we'll get some more stone this way. Cobblestone, I mean. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Last night I was yeah, it's Saturday right now. Oh yeah, I was thinking it was like Friday or something. Like, I was thinking that this was, I don't know. My brain was like, I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of weird to have those kinds of days. But anywho, I was watching a couple different movies last night. I was rewatching Phantom of the Opera, 1925. Then I was watching what's that called? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the one from the 20s. And like Tubi has a lot of good silent movies actually. And no, I'm like I was checking YouTube to see if like I could talk about like these movies and then people could go like watch them for themselves, you know? And there's like a ton out there. Like I've already like linked Nosferatu from 1922 as well as The Phantom of the Opera. But yeah, no, I found like a bunch of different silent movies. And I also found like a couple YouTube channels that host some of these films. And I might try to, I tried with this one YouTube channel back in September, and that channel did not ever get back with me. But for the, how do you say this? I have like this horror thing coming in the, yeah. You know what to do. I'm going to be doing a Blood Moon stream where I play like Dead by Daylight. It comes back on March 3rd. And I'm just going to play that for the Blood Moon. And I'm also thinking about trying to like ask this one channel if I can watch the film. Well, Phantom of the Opera. This channel has at least like 2 of those movies. And he seems like he's pretty active. And I'm going to try to reach out and ask if I can do that. And I'm also going to make sure to link his channel and the videos in question. Hopefully it works out. Because I would love to watch like a classic movie here. Just because, who doesn't like a good movie? And 2, like, I love talking about movies. I do. But also, like, as a creator, very small creator, it's kind of, like, I don't have too much insider knowledge to, like, show a movie clip or something in, on in a YouTube video or even, like, to show, like, a stream or something. I do know, however, like, I reached out to this one creator who helped me for my Misfits video, just for one section for the like showing like the Misfits clip of them playing back in Dearborn, Michigan in 1983. And he gave me some good, useful advice for specifically that kind of thing, where you like get like a very short clip, and especially if it's like concert footage that's very grimy and like a little bit distorted, just because it's a really old like piece of video. Like, you should just do that. And when it comes to visual copyright, that you don't get like a copyright claim or anything. And plus, there's a bunch of other creators who've, you know, made a video on the Misfits or other things like that and don't, you know, get the consequences. And that was very useful. And when it comes to like playing music on stream, well, some of you may not believe it, but I did like went into Pokemon's stream a while ago. And Pokemon is a really cool creator. And I know some people may not care for Pokemon for reasons, but hey, people are entitled to their opinions and all. But no, she had told me that you have to run it as an opposite source. And so when I come back from Rome and I do all this certain stuff, like I wanted to play Doom Eternal in when I get back. Just stop by to saw how you're at work right now. Oh, that's good. Nice to see you in the chat, Mob. I hope you're doing great, man. I was just talking about copyright stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna see if I can play a movie here on Twitch and everything. Hope your holidays were swell. Yeah. How was your holidays, by the way? How was you know, the family and everything? Ooh. And yeah, I hope you're doing really well, man. It's been a while. I was working all holiday. Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. I get that. But yeah. I'm actually going to Rome actually. Next Monday. Well, not this Monday coming, but the next Monday I'm going to be visiting Rome for the first time. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So, so. Oop. He's probably typing right now. There we go. Okay, the day's still happening. Cool. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day at work, man. Oop. Hold up. Perfect. Okay. But oh, it should be fine to stream a movie. Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, I am quite. Let me see this. It should be fine to stream a movie on Twitch. It's not strict as YouTube. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um. Well, no. How do you say this? I'm gonna be playing Dead by Daylight again for the Blood Moon on March 3rd, and that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm going to be spending at least a week in Rome actually, and yeah, I have been in practice. I have been practicing my Italian, and Italian, whew, it's quite something. It's not difficult by any means, but like, you know, it is cool though. Like to say croissant in Italian is cornito, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Gelato for thank you. Well, no, not gelato for thank you. Excuse me, gelato for ice cream, and then like for thank you, it's of course grazie. And there's like a couple. Well, everyone knows ciao for hello, but there's also salve. That's another way of saying uh, hello. Why did I say gelato for ice for thank you? No, grazie is gelato is just ice cream. But you know, Mob. I know that you are interested in like Japan. But is there any other country you would like to visit actually? Like what's your top countries that you would love to visit actually? There we go. Hmm. Give me a sec. Let me see. He's probably typing. I'll let him. I'll give him a bit. Actually, here, let's just get rid of this side. That'll be pretty fine. Perfect. I would love to see majority of the world, but Thailand has been on my interests recently. It's a pretty cool country. Also, Uruguay has also been on there too. But what about you? What's some countries you would like to visit? Just like remind you, remind you or something like that. Uh, oh my gosh, that's a lot of stone. I messed up on that one Italian word, and I feel bad now. Ooh, well, embarrassed. I mean, but ooh, coal. All right. Uh oh. There we go. But thank you for stopping by the way, man. Very much appreciate it. Ooh. Gonna have a loss. I'm going to have a lot of stone. Oh, dear. There we go. Give me a sec. Okay, let's get rid of some of this dirt, actually. Hold up. Let's let these guys take care of it. But yeah. Italy's going to be really fun. I'm going to see, I say the Vatican. I'm also going to see the Colosseum, a bunch of cool stuff like that. So, yeah. All right. Perfect. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We got a lot of good stuff here. Perfect. All right, let's keep going. I need to get as much cobble as I can, actually. There's one country, however, I would not want to personally visit. Just because I'm just not really interested. And that would have to maybe just have to be like Slovenia, personally. I'm not really interested in Slovenia. Alright. Okay. Are you still there, mob? Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, okay. 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 We're making a lot of progress, actually. He might be. Yeah. He did say he was at work, so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, guys, by the way, if you want to check out Mob's Twitch channel, it's. How do you say this? It's in my suggested tab, so if you want to go and check out his stuff when he streams, definitely do so. He's an awesome guy and everything. And also has, like, how do you say? I really enjoyed his last no, not Minecraft, Marvel stream. Yeah, that was a month ago, but yeah, very fun. Yeah. Let's see. Drop this down here. Whoa, okay. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, I think I'm pretty good. Alright. Give me a sec. My eyes are hurting a little bit. But that's just because um uh my hair has been in the way. I actually might get a haircut before I leave to Rome actually, so yeah. It's gonna be pretty cool. Alright. If we just follow this way, we'll be there in no time. Okay. Oh, cool pigs. Oh yeah, by the way, that person that I was talking to a bit ago, when it comes to on the dating website, yeah, no, that it's been going pretty well. Like they seem pretty cool, and yeah, I hope it works out. I do. It's kind of hard to like find someone who, you know, would be good for you, you know? But we'll see. We will see. Well, I don't need this anymore. I do want this to be a little bit uniformed, so this will be dropped in there. And same with this and this. Okay. Let's just spread more light this way. I might I don't know, I might put some like surrounding lights at the bottom here and then just see what happens. But we'll see. Well, if I remember this well, ooh, this is going to be kind of hard because now I need to figure out should I continue going this way and then go up that mountain? Well, you know what? I might actually do that. Yeah, that'll be the plan of action. Mm. Mm. Cool. All right. Um. Perfect. But yeah, actually, I'm going to be seeing The Offspring very soon. Actually, going to see them in a little bit. Actually, yeah, it's going to be really cool. I'm mainly more like excited to see Bad Religion more so, but I also do like The Offspring. But which one I like more is it would have to be Bad Religion. Gonna be really cool. Do any of you guys like The Offspring or Bad Religion? I did see how do you say this? You know what? Actually, I'm going to push my road towards like the moon, and then like when we cross this area, that's when I will swing this way towards the mountain when we pass over here. Excuse me. But to talk about music for a little bit, I also saw that Rise Against is going on tour, and they're going to be near me actually, and I might go try to see them. And I think they're really cool too. Very cool people indeed. And I did watch some. Well, I did watch a bit of their performances alongside Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, and I also watched a bit of their performance. They were also on stage with Bruce Philbstein. He's a popular musician. And no, all three of them were on the stage together, and I think that's really cool. If you know, you know. And yeah. I'll try to go and see. Um, I know how to say his name. It's just the last part of it is like a little bit hard to say, for me at least. Um, yeah. When it comes to how do you say? Who else? Hmm. I'm going to be seeing those two bands, and then I might potentially see um, Rise Against and Destroy Boys. They're also going on tour with them. And what else? I'll probably get the tickets when I get back home, actually, from Rome. I'm gonna be busy when it comes to all that kind of stuff, and also content creation in general. Um, yeah. No, honestly, when it comes to thinking about like content stuff, I'm not trying to say I'm content brain or anything, but I have been like thinking about like stuff to like do just so that like you know I don't know can well how I can grow more as a creator, but also I don't know, it's something that takes my mind off negative things, negative mind stuff, you know. To be honest with you, like I guess I'm going to talk a bit about mental health in this part of the stream, I guess, but we'll see. But honestly, like, because it kind of does relate. Well, no, it is a part of my life now, but mm, it's given me like a sense of empowerment and, you know, like a sense of direction. Before doing this, I did not feel any sense of direction. Like I did not know what I would do with my life. Like to be honest with you, like how bad it was, like when someone would say, "Oh, where do you see like yourself professionally in like 6 years or something like that? Like what do you imagine you doing with your life?" Um I would have said nothing. I wouldn't know anything what to say. And like, you know, I felt a sense of defeat like when I would see other people living their lives and like they didn't have anything like how do you say this? Uh, they didn't like they had like an idea of what they wanted to do in life. And me, I know. I I just went to work, came back home, nothing. But then eventually I had that day where I was like, "Oh, I need to do this." And then like I started streaming and then made some YouTube videos and then yeah, I haven't looked back since. For other people out there, you know, they feel the exact opposite when it comes to YouTube, streaming, TikTok, all this other stuff, you know. And a part of me wish that I did like do streaming and all that kind of stuff like during the COVID pandemic. Like it was a very bad time for a lot of people, but for like creators specifically, you know, you had all these people popping off and then like, you know, here's me. Like I don't know. It was also during that like during those times, it was like 2020 to 2021 was like the good time. And then well, no, matter of fact, I was flourishing during those periods. But then around 2022, roughly the same year that Ukraine was invaded by Russia, like around that time, my, you know, occasionally on Mixer. Wait, you were. Mixer is still around? I thought that like sank or something. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I wish I it shut down. Yeah, I was under the impression that it was already shut down. But no, honestly, like mental health wise, like this has given me so much advantages. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel all this positive stuff. Like negative stuff does exist, yes, but like in a personal way, no. I've just felt more and more happy. Like I can say, oh, I know what I want to do with my life. I know, like 10 years from now, I know it's gonna be like grueling to grow more as a creator, but I would much rather grow slowly than like blow up and then like come how you say um mm, just like crashing down very quickly, because that's what happens to those people usually. You know, for other people, they don't have this that kind of relationship to this kind of stuff, to streaming YouTube stuff or anything like that. No, but that's my relationship to content creation. I feel much more alive, much more happy that I can pursue something that not just do I want to make a career, but also like, you know, I have more control over my life, you know. Cuz during that time, a matter of fact, I felt like I did not have any control over my life. Yeah. I know that's like ridiculous to say, but if you really understood like the type of like position I was in mentally and everything else like that, it was like, whoa. No, it was really hard. So, yeah. But nice to see you again, Snake. I hope you're doing well. It's always good to have you in here. I hope you're doing really great. I don't know how to say your how you say username. I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to like you know uh mess up. So I decided to use that. I hope that's okay with you. If not, I'll try to say it. And if I mispronounce it, my apologies. Um, Rev. I'm just saying snake, just because that's better. That well, no, not better, but like it will be hard for me to pronounce. My apologies. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. It's too iconic. It is. It is. It is, man. It is. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, I have some more cobblestone. That's perfect. Yeah, but yeah, no, we were like before the stream, I was looking at the place that is going to be the new stream room, and like I might not stream for a whole week or so. Like when we actually start like moving things, so that will be like a hindrance. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. I was like, interesting. You know? Ooh. Yeah. But yeah, no, the new room's gonna be really cool. All right, we're gonna try and make ooh. We're gonna try to reach all the way over there, so that will be like an extra, hurdle, but I'll be okay. Yeah. But no, I get that, man. Yeah. But yeah. I'm gonna have a cool gonna have like some cool posters. Of course, the Misfits, and I'm also gonna have the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I really like that movie, and I might get like a Alien 1979 poster too, just to like show my love for Alien. You know, and like all this other cool stuff. And I also will like I don't know. I've thought about like things very specifically. Like I'm gonna have black curtains, and for the ceiling, it's gonna have these lights, Halloween lights, And yeah, I'm also gonna have a place to display my action figures actually. So, and yes, I do admit to uh, collecting action figures just because I still collect action figures. I enjoy action figures and all that stuff. So, you know, one, two, three, four, five, six. I'm just a big nerd. If you can't tell, like, yeah, literally, like a lot of how do you say this? Well, if any of you guys want to talk about tattoos or anything, like when it comes to nerd stuff, um, how do you say this? On my thighs, I'm gonna be having uh, what's that called? I'm gonna be having Kang and Krotos from what's that called? from The Simpsons on my Fi, alongside with Bender. Then I'm gonna have Cthulhu on my left one. So on the right, it's gonna have those cartoon characters from you know Futurama and The Simpsons, and I'm also going to have that too, Cthulhu, and I'm also going to try to find a place for a how do you say, Gengar, the Pokemon. Gonna try to find a place on my body for him, and then I'm going to have, well, no, maybe Gengar or Ghastly, the Pokemon. We'll think. I'll think about it. And then, anything else? Pop culture wise? Oh, on this arm, it's going to have Marceline, the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time. And also, to show my love for vampires, and also, I really like Marceline from Adventure Time, I'm going to have like vampire bites right here on the neck. So, that's what's going to happen. Anything else? Pop culture related? Oh, I also might get a Nosferatu tattoo as well. And also, when it comes to pop culture stuff, of course, have my Misfits right here. It's music related, but it's also related to pop culture. So, yeah. And also, what else? Yeah. I'm going to get 2 chest tattoos right here. One is going to be the Devil's Trap from Supernatural. And the other one is going to be like another certain one too. Hold up. Yeah. You know what? I might do a Nosferatu con cosplay from Berserk. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. When it comes to how you say this? Yeah, I might yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. There's this well, he is slightly, well, no, he can be quite how you say, quite blah, blah, blah. He's quite interesting, controversial guy. His name is Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail. No. But the thing is that he's also a big Berserk fan too, actually. From Slaughter to Prevail, the Russian deathcore band. And well, if you ever, I say this, if you haven't heard Slaughter to Prevail, I would recommend them to you if you want like I say like deathcore, which deathcore is like well, to talk about music for just this one sec. Deathcore is the mix between metalcore and death metal. It's far more intense and has, that mix with the beat downs and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Like another extremely popular um, deathcore band, in case you're curious, is Suicide Silence. That's another big one. But I would say, like, yeah, their early work is really good. I would recommend them if you haven't checked them out. They're very, and I mean very intense, especially their early stuff. So, but yeah, I've been thinking about dressing up as Nosferatu, uh, like the original version from 1922, as like a Halloween dress up, or as a cosplay thing. I've also thought about doing the Phantom from the Phantom of the Opera, because the Phantom is like very cool. Ooh. Where should I get more coal? I need more. Well, no, not coal. I was looking at the coal for a sec. Um, where should I get more stone? I feel like I pretty much exhausted this place. And it's pretty much like, you know, taken over. Well, you know what? I actually might get this, actually. Actually, speaking of cosplay, because now you made me think about cosplay. Um, I was looking on Etsy, actually. Well, build a quarry or a cobblestone generator. Yeah, no, that would be very good, actually. You know what? Maybe in the next stream, I will make a how do you say, a cobblestone generator. This is actually um, a quarry, actually, kinda. The more I think about this place, but when it comes to cosplay stuff, get back on cosplays. Um, I was on Etsy and I saw like these cool. How do you say this? Mm, this cool person was selling some gauntlets of the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings, actually. The ring wraiths. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I might like get like the armor and do like one of the ring wraiths, and specifically the Witch King. Honestly, if you've never watched or at least like read the books, well, we're going to be talking about the films for this one, so that's what I'm going to be referring to when it comes to the Witch King. But honestly, the Witch King in the third film, Return of the King, that one is like super cool. I would love to like dress up as the Witch King. So, like he has like these spiky, well, he has like spikes on his helmet and he just looks super cool. And he spoke like take over the city.
till nothing's left.
but a little bit more deeper. And then like, you know, he would ride on this like can't remember what the name of the creature is specifically, but it's not a dragon. It's some other kind of creature similar to a dragon from Lord of the Rings. So, yeah. It's actually funny that we're talking about. Well, I was bringing up Lord of the Rings because I have this the One Ring right here. Actually, it even has like everything written down in Elvish. Actually, it's really cool. Do any of you guys like Lord of the Rings by any chance? Or no, not really. If not, you're really missing out because it is really cool. Okay, let's see. I need more of this. Yeah, that's a great mod actually. That's awesome. That's actually like a cool mod I would love to play, in Minecraft. You know what? Actually, yeah. That's awesome. I'm happy you brought that up actually. I've actually downloaded that mod actually, and it's a really cool one. Yeah, it's very fun indeed actually. Sorry. Uh yeah, if you ever get if you have what's that called? HBO Max, if you have that, or hell, even if you go to something like what's that called? Mm. If you ever go to a thrift shop or anything, there's always going to be either a Lord of the Rings or a Harry Potter like DVD or even VHS tape. And if you have a DVD player or a VHS player, I really encourage you to sit down and watch Lord of the Rings and you know all that stuff. Lord of the Rings was like a big um it was very huge for me growing up. Like when it came to like the things I loved growing up as a kid, you had Star Wars and well Star Wars was probably the biggest one. And then there was Marvel and DC. And then there was of course Harry Potter, which you know, everyone watched Harry Potter or something like that. But no, Lord of the Rings was my huge, and I mean really huge thing. I watched a lot of movies as a kid, And Lord of the Rings was like the biggest, well, one of the biggest things. It was up there with Star Wars. Star Wars was like the number one. Yeah. Trying to think. Is there anything else that that I was into? Well, I also watched a lot, and I mean a lot of. I would rewatch the Titanic multiple times. I believe the like Titanic came out in like 1997, I believe, roughly around that time, late 90s. But no, that was another big one. I watched like how do I say this? When I would get home from school, like on the days I would be able to go home, um how do you say this? We're gonna go into this mine, but um I would rewatch Muppet Treasure Island. I would rewatch um I say It's a Wonderful Life, even when it was not like Christmas time or anything. And then I would rewatch what else? Mm, one of the Star Wars movies. And like even when I would go to the Red Box and get like a Red Box movie, I would rewatch that movie over and over again. Like it may sound like I'm joking, but I'm not joking. If you ask any like of my relatives, they're going to tell you like my family, they're going to tell you, yeah, I would do that. I would sit down and rewatch the same movie over and over again. Yeah, I was that in love with movies, and I still am. Obviously, like I enjoy other mediums now, like comic books still. Well, no, comic books, books, video games, and all that kind of stuff. But like, no, my first like real big like enjoy like thing I enjoyed was movies, and that's why I talk about movies like going to the movie theater is like a big thing. I talk about it in such high regard because I do love cinema, movies, all this stuff. I, of course, loved going outside, growing up, obviously. But, like, no, the thing is like, I just loved movies. I loved the idea of, like, family members and friends, everyone just getting together, going to the movie theater, and just, like, watching, like, I remember when the original Avatar came out from 2009, and, like, it was kind of hard for me to watch the movie, but that was just because it was in 3D, and I was like, my eyes are hurting. But like, man, unfortunately, there is like, especially in like Gen Z, older Gen Z, they don't want to go to the like movie theaters anymore. They just think I'm going to go to this streaming platform and like, you know, just watch all these movies, and it's like, what happened to the magic? You know what I mean? Tickets have gone a bit expensive, yes, but also like, I don't know. Well, when it comes to like I say like big business movie theaters, like I understand that, you know. I do get that, but when it comes to your local movie theater or even like a drive-in, I normally prefer to buy physical the physical movie. Absolutely, I agree. Like, physical media is a very important thing. Like there's some people that will like argue with me when it comes to like this topic specifically. And how do you say this? It's not just because I like collecting things, but it's also because like when you're paying for like a streaming service of any sort, no, not even a streaming service, but like a video game thing too. You don't, especially since if that movie gets taken down or the service goes bankrupt, absolutely. Like you don't actually own it. You're just using the server in order to access it. And like I like Fortnite, don't get me wrong, but that's what Fortnite is too. Like all these giant multiplayer games like that, as much as I like it, is also like, you know, something like that you are using too. Like for example, I have my PS4. I haven't plugged it in yet, but that's just because like, you know, um, when I get back from Europe, that's when I'm gonna actually do it and like plug it in and make all that kind of adjustments. But also like, I don't want to pay for PlayStation Plus. I heard that PlayStation Plus is like $15 or something compared to Xbox that's like $10 just for like their most basic for their most basic service. I prefer to actually now like get the games like on DVD, I guess, And the same goes for music, with like Spotify and I say Apple Music and all this other stuff. Don't get me wrong, I think it's wonderful that people can like release their music and like get some money for it, but especially when you look at things like um Spotify. Spotify is like probably the worst offender of this. But not just do they make like less. Oh my god! No! I'm sorry! Alright, let's just go over here. He wants my blood. But yeah, no, Spotify has been known for not paying its artists. Like they make like a couple cents. Like you would need like millions of streams just to like, oh my gosh, he's still after me. Just to make like some money back. But oh no, I'm not gonna kill the golem. Uh-oh. Yeah. Wait, are you gonna go all of your way just to get me? Man, you are something, my guy. Come on, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to hit you, but you don't. Okay, let's take care of this. Okay. Sorry, dude. that did make me sad to do that, but he just should have let it go. But no, I had to do it, man. I had to. But I'll use the iron to good use. So, yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but yeah. I normally use that. I see. Interesting. Hmm. But what was I gonna say? Oh, if you actually well, not every musician or band is on it. Not everyone, but there's a lot of good artists who use this one app called Bandcamp, and it's like really good. I can't like stress how much I do really enjoy Bandcamp. Like if you ever look up Bandcamp, like how do you say this? Mm, if you like, there's a lot of artists of different genres who use Bandcamp, and you can like I say, you can pay for like a certain amount to access the certain album, and guess what? That money directly goes to Bandcamp. Well, no, not Bandcamp, but no, it goes directly to the artist in question. And you can pay like as much as you can or as much as you want. Probably the minimum would have to be like $25 and then you're set. You like depending on who what artist you're talking about or who we're talking about, you will get a digital copy of the album, but also you will get a CD or a vinyl or even a cassette if like they offer it. And I think that's pretty cool. And also like they'll have like direct, well no, not direct, but let's just say they say, "Oh, we're going to go on a tour or something." Like you'll be first notified. It's really cool. If you haven't used it, I'm not promoted by them obviously, but I would really recommend you check out Bandcamp. And if there's a certain underground artist you like, look them up on Bandcamp maybe, and then you know that album is yours or EP or anything like that. Ooh. Okay, we're getting a lot of good stuff. But yeah, physical media, digital media all the time. And I'm not saying like get rid of digital media like and never use it again. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like, you know, when you have the thing in your hands and you can hold it, that's more like rewarding than like having a digital copy that, may potentially not always be there or even may be gone. And also you're supporting the artist directly, which is always good. I wish physical media was still a thing for PC games like in Japan. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. You know, how do you say this? I have been seeing, like, let's just take vinyls for example. When it comes to music consumption, the vinyl has been coming back, and cassette tapes. CDs have always been, but it's those two specifically that's been growing, like amongst like older. Well, no, yes, like older Gen Z, older Zoomers. I do think like there have been some people that will just get the albums and like have them on their walls for aesthetics or whatever. But like for the people who genuinely do want to like listen to music, but want to listen to it through like cassette or like vinyl, that's been popping off lately. And I did not know that Japan, like for like PC games, you would like have a physical component. You know, I remember when I was, oh my gosh, this might make me sound dated, but I remember growing up early 2000s, you know, and like I in my house in my household we had those giant block like PCs. This was before like the flat screen TV and computers. Like I remember uh, getting the Batman Lego game on disc, and I did not know how to work it, and I think I gave up and said I don't we can't use this. Like I did not know. And this was like still during things like early YouTube, and like we did not really think, "Oh, let's go to YouTube to figure this out," you know? Yeah. I remember that. By the way, um I might play some Lego games here on stream actually one of these days. I don't know. I still think they have PC games on disc. I also think there is a price extension to use disc in modern PC game case. Interesting. Honestly, when it comes to that, um, mm, it's interesting. It is interesting. Actually, not to how do you say this? Not to fully push uh like digital media, like kick it down for no reason. I should give it its graces, but I do think like with a platform like Steam, for example, I think Steam is like a cool platform. Like, let's just say the game you got is like crappy because like it doesn't run well or anything like that, or there's like some issues, you can get a refund, and like Steam will say, "Hey, we'll give you a refund." And like you will normally not get like rejected from Steam, and I do think that is a nice thing. I think that is a good thing, matter of fact. Like, unfortunately, I was going to play God of War Ragnarok, but it was super big, and it could not like be supported on this PC. And I got my refund from Steam, and like when I get a better PC, that's when I will play it again with much more gigabytes, because it would be fun to play it. But no, kudos to Steam. I like Steam. I have nothing really negative to say about Steam. Okay, let's just. My phone's done charging. I wish game developers optimize their games, especially since the original Resident Evil 2 was ported over to Nintendo 64. Hmm. Honestly, oh, this is just me being nostalgic, and not every game we played, like, when we were younger was, like, these amazing games. Well, no. Like, they weren't 100% perfect, obviously, but, like, oh, there's this creator out there. Maybe you guys have heard of him, called what's his name? Connor Eats Pants. He's a personal favorite of mine. I really enjoy Connor Eats Pants. But I was watching one of his videos where he was playing like old nostalgic games from the 2000s, and he played let me say, the Madagascar game from 2005, and you can only play on it through like the PS2, PS3, and the Xbox 360. And no, I wish that Steam, not just Steam, but like, I don't know, give the people like the ability to play it. I would love to play that game, you know? Without like doing all this crazy stuff and just to even play it. I feel like, let's just say there's this one game called Vampire the Masquerade, the original one. I know that there's a sequel coming out, but like it's super hard to even access the original Vampire the Masquerade without you like, doing all this special stuff just to even play the original one. I hear it runs really bad. Like, I don't know. I wish that. Actually, what is an old game that you guys like that you wish was like, updated for current times, that you could play it without like facing some issues or whatever? Like, what's a game that you guys like? If you have one, I should say. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Same thing with installing mods, especially since games like Hunt Manhunt 1 requires a mod to run since Steam uses pirated version. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just wish that these old games would come back in like a better, well, no, not just a better, but like, so that people who did not have the access to play these games can actually have the access. Like, I brought up before that the Simpsons game from 2006 to 2006 2007, that game, I did not have access to like play that just because like, you know, I didn't really have like, you know, the ability to access it, just because like, you know, money was like a holdback, and I wouldn't like ask for stuff like that unless it was given or whatever, you know. Like I did not have access to all these games that other people, you know, did back then. But anywho, like that game and also like older games like that. I don't know. It would be cool. And you know, probably also that Vampire the Masquerade, the original one. That one would also be pretty cool to play. Wait, can well I know that it's still work. Well, no, it does. I know it does. I was going to say something stupid like, does classic WoW still work? No, it still does. It still does. Did any of you guys play WoW? Or no? Or have played WoW? World of Warcraft for those uninitiated? Like, I was just thinking about it and I was like, oh, yeah, no, people still play that. I hear when it comes to WoW that you pay you play for the service just to even play for it. Like play it. I hear that was a like that's a whole thing that you need to do if you decide to play WoW, because you have to pay a subscription just to even play it. Like any version of WoW, of World of Warcraft. Like there was a moment like I was this creator does not stream anymore, nor also like, you know, does like video game stuff or anything, unfortunately, because I really enjoyed them. But there's this creator named Susu JPEG underscore JPEG, and when she was streaming, I would go into her streams and watch her play. How do you say, WoW, and when I was watching her play that, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. And I decided, you know what, maybe I will maybe give this a go. But then when I learned that you would have to like pay a subscription just to even play it, it's like, geez. Yeah. Those were the days. The only creator I know right now who still plays WoW is what's his name? I brought him up in the last stream. S Fan. You know, I like S Fan. He's pretty cool. Asmongold? No, Asmongold does like he doesn't play um WoW anymore. And I think that's a shame. Like I wish like he would, you know, play WoW, but he doesn't do that anymore. Like, there was like this one creator who had cited Asmongold when he first, you know, started doing YouTube, and like, I went back to see what Asmongold looked like, and especially like the stuff that he did, like several years ago when he started off, and honestly, like Asmongold from back then, like how he talked about the game. No, honestly, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. I wish that he would, play WoW again. I don't know if you feel the same way, but for me at least, like I could have like had more of a, like I could have like said to myself, you know what? Maybe I might actually, pick up WoW as a game and play it. I don't know. At least SFan, still plays it, and like I will occasionally go into his streams and just watch him, you know, play WoW. Yeah. It's actually funny when I talk about like World of Warcraft or anything like that. Like some people think I'm like talking about like what's that called? D&D. And when I described, oh, I'm going to play D&D with my friends, like the people who are not like really into nerd culture, they're like, "Oh, where do I go to install that?" And I'm like, "You don't go to install that. Like you go and talk to your friends, see your friends, and like sit down for a couple hours and just play, you know, a game where you have to use your imagination." And they were extremely like, "That sounds boring," but that's just because you know if you're not really tuned into nerd culture or like stuff like that, it's like, oh, yeah. How about you? What do you think? I want to hear what you have to think when it comes to all this stuff. Uh oh. I think I can do one more. I should probably get rid of this bow. Also, how have you been, um, Snake? How have you been? Mm. Probably gonna wait until maybe he's typing. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, how have you been? How's your weekend been? That's the question. All right. Good, mostly. Just been grinding mine, Fortnite, and preparing to take on the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. That's awesome, dude. That's wonderful. I hope um, taking on the Ender Dragon goes well for you, man. It's been a while since I took on the Ender Dragon, actually. You know, like when it comes to Utopia, I don't know if I want to take on the Ender Dragon, but that's just because, like, I don't know. It would require a lot of work. No, don't kill him. He's a nice little Enderman. You know what? You killed my buddy. Ooh. Oh. Bring it. Oh. He was also dying too, so I had to take him out of his misery. Um that's good, man. I kind of wouldn't go after it like on this stream just because like I wouldn't want to name this when it goes out to YouTube the end of Utopia cuz no, I love this world and I wouldn't want to signal like, "Oh, this is the end. This is the end of Utopia as we know it." Like, you know, I'm gonna reuse this world forever until I'm dead. Until I'm dead or done streaming. Which, by the way, like like I don't ever see myself. Well, I'm early in my career of streaming, yeah, but like I would never see myself giving this up. Never streaming content creation. Maybe it's just me because I'm like young into this. Like I'm new relatively, but like I don't see a reason for me personally. Like 10 years? No. 20 years? No. Not even 30 years. Maybe like I might get tired, but I'm going to do this until I'm dead. Till I'm in a coffin. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of texting. Well, no, that's a lot of texts. You know what? Wait, just let me go and sleep in my bed for a sec because I have to give you guys props when it comes to this. A lot of you tend to put in like a whole wall of chat message, and it's like very cool. So let me just let me just go into my house. Oh. And let me read this. Okay. I usually play on hard mode locked, and before I take on the Ender Dragon, fully fearless. Oh my gosh. You have like a whole like plan just to take on the Ender Dragon, with all that like equipment and like specific stuff. Yeah, you're locked and loaded, man. That's good. Especially in hardcore mode. Boy. Neverite axe? Yeah. That's like a really strong kind of weapon, right? Neverac? Yeah. I believe so. I will be going for like for a while, like for this stream, so like I will be doing this for a while. When it gets a bit more later in the night, well in the stream, that's when I will end it. But I will be doing like a almost all night Minecraft stream again, or maybe a Hightail stream. I don't know. Yes, since Minecraft Java axes deal more damage, and a wood axe on Java deals the same damage as a diamond sword. Okay. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's super sick. I know I'm saying these like phrases again like repeated, but boy, that's deeply fascinating indeed. By the way, the um, the combat on Java is also different since spam clicking on Java deals next to no damage. Interesting. Hmm. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. Very interesting. Well, to give a status update, how do you say this? The emotes are going very well. I'm gonna try to get like a bunch of them done, and then for people who subscribe to the channel here on Twitch, um, you guys will be able to access emotes actually. So that'll be pretty cool. They're all going to be monster themed, obviously. I've been talking about this for a while, and yeah. I also do plan on beating the Ender Dragon in hardcore with health uh, regeneration disabled. Why? 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 uh, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If that was the case, I would never. For fun, good luck. Jeez. Like, that just sounds like the decision of a masochist. I'm so. Well, good luck. I hope it goes well. But, jeez, I would never do that. I would never do that. Golden apples potions still can heal. You know what? Good, good on you. I hope it goes well. But yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't like sit there and then like say, "Oh, like I would say, "Oh fuck," kind of thing to that kind of thing, dude. Oh no. It would be the end. It would be the end of it all. Oh dear. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my, that whatever you say, dude. I hope it goes well. But yeah. The emotes are going to be really cool. I hope you guys like them. I'm currently practicing on one and do plan on building a gold farm and an apple farm along along with a melon farm for golden apples and potions of healing. Oh my goodness. You're apparently, dude, you're going to be like you're going in this with like a battle plan. You know what? Again, good on you. I couldn't do that. I couldn't come up with a master plan like that unless like, you know, I was like going into battle in a certain like game like that. You know what? I've also been doing it. I've also been playing this game since like 2013. I've been playing Minecraft since then, yeah. And you know, I even played a version of Minecraft on uh, iPad, and like that version of Minecraft, literally, it was just how do you say, uh, you only had sheep and pigs and zombies, and you had unlimited amount of resources at your disposal. And yeah, no, that was my first introduction to Minecraft actually. But it's nothing compared to like I say when I got like my iPad when I was younger, like around early Pocket Edition of the game was kind of like pre classic Minecraft, and yeah, I Pocket Edition for Minecraft back then was super like yeah, I played Pocket Edition. I played Pocket Edition, and like that was the only version of Minecraft I could actually access. Not until I got this PC did I actually be able to like, do everything I've been wanting to do in Minecraft for years. So, you know. All right. Wow, look at this. Wait, let's see how far. Let's see how this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This looks super cool. Okay, let's just put the lone torch right here. Oh, mobile games. I remember mobile games. That was quite something. Alright. Just give me a sec. There we go. Perfect. So do you guys have any plans for tomorrow? Since it is Sunday and all that stuff, I'm gonna be packing. I'm gonna do some packing and then all that stuff. I'm also going to be actually here. Let me go grab it. All right. This is not really other than chilling since I'm burnt out on Fortnite and felt like I was underperforming significantly. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. I hope that you know, you can feel, uh, take a break and enjoy life, and don't get burnout. You know, as much as you can. Normally, I grind to max position. Yeah, no, I get that, but it's again, important to like take time for yourself and not, you know, destroy your being that way. But this is what I'm bringing to Europe. This right here. It is a power cord. Like this is what the cord looks like to plug it in to, like with these prongs right here. You plug it in to the socket, and right here they have a USB C, like for you know UBS plugs, and also for like for cubes and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be bringing that to Europe. It's kind of weird, but it's also kind of interesting. So I will have power and all that kind of stuff when I enter Europe. It's going to be really wild. I took care of everything I need to do to go there. And yeah, it's going to be really crazy. I would never have thought that, I would be going there and have the opportunity. Like, never in my life. I was only offered it because of a friend, like, said, hey, would you like to come with me? And then I said yes. And, like, he said, yeah, I can pay for it. I would just need to fly out, to the East Coast in order to get there. And, had to get a plane ticket and all. And then, yeah. And I'm very fortunate. So, it is a real opportunity. But yeah. All right. Probably when I'm done with all this cobblestone, that's when I'll call it a night for the stream. Probably an end when we get to the last part of the cobble, but we'll see. When we hit that mountain range and then start heading this way, that's when like things are going to get more interesting. And we also have how do you say? We also have a Monday too and Wednesday, because that's the other days that I will be streaming before Italy. And I'm also going to be working on a video tomorrow, and it's the CD collection video. I'm going to be a very busy bee. Let's just say that. So I don't think I asked you, Snake, but what is your uh like what's a country you would like to visit? If you have an interest in visiting different countries. Okay. I like to hear what other people have to say, and all that good stuff. All right. I'm not gonna lie. This road, like in Dragon Ball, in like Goku is on that giant road in the afterlife. It just feels like that. This is what it feels like making this road. I was thinking maybe I can replace this with yellow bricks or like something yellow to signify like the yellow brick road from Wizard of Oz, but like no. Do you know how much dye that would take just to even make that? It would take so much. I don't think it would be even possible unless, you know, I cheated a bit with creative, you know. You know what to do. Painting the roses red, painting the roses red. Da-da-da-da. When I was thinking about like Wizard of Oz, I was also thinking about Alice in Wonderland for some reason. And you know, like the song "Painting the Roses Red, Painting the Roses Red." Yeah, that. Okay, you want to go down there? All right. Oh wow, this is going super well. I thought this was going to be like more winding, but no. Honestly, I really like my decision just to do like straightforward lines instead of like zigzagging. You know. But I also will like later on, just like make like little pillar things just to like create some level of like oh you're going down this direction. So yeah, if I could stream in Italy, I would definitely do so. But I don't know. I feel like it would be a little bit difficult. Maybe in the future I can try to stream from like Winnipeg or something. That would be pretty cool. But also get like a camera and everything so I could like physically walk through like the city and show you guys like cool things in Italy. Well, no, not just in Italy, but Winnipeg, Canada. Because I really do love visiting Winnipeg. I'm gonna visit it again sometime this spring or like sometime in the summer. We'll see. Probably just going to be visiting Lake Winnipeg, which is a cool lake. Yep. All right. Whew. This might just be my forever world in Minecraft, honestly, when it comes to this. I don't know. Might as well be that. So, there we go. Okay, we're almost there. We're down to okay. Uh, 5 more. We're down to 5 more, and then we will call it quits for tonight. But look how much progress we've made. Look at that. Don't you think we've done a lot? I think we have. Immediately after this stream is done, I'm going to be uploading this directly to YouTube. So, yeah. I would normally do it in the morning, like the day afterwards. But no, immediately this is going over to YouTube. Immediately. So, that's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Boy, is it actually getting really cold. It gets really cold in this room, you know. I used to have a heater in this you know, a room, but no. The room itself is really big, and it would be kind of hard to like heat this all up without like wasting a lot of energy. But even then, like, you know, it's not fully enclosed, so it's kind of really hard to actually, you know, do it fully. But, you know, that's just it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's what we're heading towards. We're going to head towards that and then just slowly start heading this way. If that's how I remember it, at least. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. By the way, I keep saying it, but I do mean this. And I'm sorry if it does sound a bit, no, not tacky. Like beaten, like, like being up a dead horse or something. But I do appreciate, thank you, for you guys for coming to the stream and supporting me. I do appreciate it. Like like never do I say this and not, like, I try to be as sincere as I can, and I do appreciate it. So, this is a dream that's coming into a reality, and therefore, like, I want you guys to, you know, have everything go well in your lives too, for what you want to accomplish in life. And I, again, want to thank you guys for tuning in and everything. So, but yeah, look at this. We've done a lot. We really have done a lot today. Like, look at that. And we're down to 3 more, stacks of cobblestone. So, yeah. Okay. Just keep going. And if we just add this layer, then I think we will be pretty good to start just going forward without, you know, any issues. All right. Let's just do this. Ooh, okay. Okay. Excellent. Perfect. All right. Okay. Perfect. And again, we will go back and put the small pillars underneath this monstrosity just so that, like, you know, we can have some pillars to keep this structure up. Fortunately, this is like, you know, real world gravity does not affect this game, because if this was like freestanding, like, you know, concrete or whatever, oh my goodness, this would be the end. It really would be a disaster waiting to happen. Oh. Unless you use mods. Well, mods. Yeah, we're not. I'm not using any mods for, like, gravity, just because I don't know if you catch. I don't know if I'm hinting this well enough. Well enough, but things that kill me kind of mods when it comes to things like gravity, I'm not really a big fan of. It's cool that, you know, it's a cool feature in a game. The only kind of Minecraft gravity I'm okay with is the gravity that already exists in the game, especially when it comes to gravel. But anywho, and also sand. Yeah, unless you actually tamper with Minecraft gravel or sand, like those are usually like freestanding until you you know, destroy it. All right. Here, let's just put like a golem here and here. All right. Whew, boy. Here, let's see what it looks like from especially the IRL craft mod, or better than wolves mod, since those mods are difficult. Yeah. Well, there it is. Here. That looks cool. Here, let's just swim. Alright. Wow. We should do some things with the water here. That's cool. Hmm. Come on. Perfect. Thank you, Golem. Alright, we're almost there. We need to light up this area too at some point. Oop. I put some, what's that? Axolotls in this water, actually. So there's a bunch of axolotls that make this place their home. Very cool creature indeed. Both the mob and the real life animal. So. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Yay, the rain's gone. Alright. Okay, we're almost home. Just need to go up this mountain. Okay, there we go. We are almost there. Probably in the next stream, which will be on Monday, that's when we will, that's when we will feed all the animals and take care of all that kind of stuff, so, yeah. Just give us a sec. Oh, okay. I'm probably going to end the stream right here, so let's just get a good look of the world. Yeah. All right, there we go. All right. I had a great time streaming Minecraft with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Yeah. It's what was your favorite part of the game? Like of this stream? And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell me your favorite moment in the YouTube video / stream, VOD, whatever. I'll wait for the people in chat. If you have a favorite moment, so. Let me just take a small breather before I end the stream. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. No? He might. Well, we might. I don't know how do you say this. There might be some typing in the chat, but we'll see. Probably not. Alright. Let me just put these away. Like, put them away over here. Just give me a sec. Alright. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys again. How do you say this? I will see you guys on Monday at, how do you say, 7:40 Central Standard Time. We're gonna continue the project. And yeah, we'll see how all that goes. But thank you for coming to the stream. I'll see you on a Monday. Also, have a good day, night, wherever you are in the world, and stay happy, healthy, and everything in between. All right. See ya, chat. Until next time.